Hello and welcome to another Cliff Reviews Art House. This time I'm reviewing the film My Favourite Cake, directed by Maryam Moghadam and Behtash Sanaeeha. So this is an Iranian film about a man and a woman, Faramaz and Mahin. They're both lonely, they're both age 70. They meet and they kind of instantly fall in love. This looks like it's going to be a particular type of film from the trailer, and for a lot of the film, it is that film. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but there is an unexpected turn in the story, and this wasn't what I was expecting in advance of seeing it. As the film evolved, it looked like it was going to be that predictable, cliched story, but there was a tonal shift at the end of the film. A dramatic tonal shift, and I can't really decide what I think about it. I think I kind of admire it, that it didn't just play out in a predictable way. Many of the reviews seem to be calling this a romantic comedy and a feel-good movie. Let me just say that, although it definitely has elements of this, I think the ending made it not a feel-good movie for me. One important point is that I think the film has to be seen in the context of where the film is set and where it was made. The film faced censorship problems, and the filmmakers have had problems themselves with the Iranian authorities. The main objection seems to be scenes where the couple are drinking alcohol and the fact that women aren't sufficiently covered in some of the scenes. I think that this context is important in determining how the film should be read. The couple talk nostalgically of life before 1979, a time before this authoritarian regime, and they relive some of this today. In this way, I think the film is quite subversive, and it was brave to make it. The actors are all good, very natural and enjoyable. There's an early scene where there's a group of women sitting around the table. They're discussing mundane matters like beauty, men, health. Although I couldn't understand the dialogue, obviously it's in Persian, I found this scene so good, really naturalistic. It quickly drew me into the film. It's really well made. The one wrinkle in this is that the man of the couple, Faramaz, who on the whole I did really like, just didn't feel authentic at certain moments, particularly when he was laughing at Mahin's stories when they were sitting in the garden. This felt weak. Also, there's something that slightly bothers me about the fairy tale nature of this film. Mahin is so desperate to be in a relationship, she's eyeing up any possibility when she's out. It's like she's decided that she is going to meet someone by the end of the day. In the context, this is perhaps subversive. This is her having agency that certainly is not the norm in such a restrictive society. However, this is a terrible way to find a partner. I've just seen Speak No Evil a few days ago, and the message of that film is don't get to be best friends with anyone too quickly. Faramaz and Mahin have literally just met, but they're totally acting like a couple. I know that this is what fairy tales are like, but this film felt like it was more than that, and that it had more realism to it than that. On the whole, I did enjoy the film. It's worth seeing, I would say, but I'm not highly recommending it. It's not a must-see. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the ending, so if you don't want a major spoiler, please switch off now. So that ending was a surprise in terms of what I was expecting prior to the film. That said, it was really telegraphed. We kept seeing Faramaz looking unwell. I did think, oh no, he's going to keel over and die. I felt that it was definitely coming. Perhaps it was just a little bit too obvious. What a strange ending. It's like Goodfellas, the way that Mahin disposes of the body. I guess that this has to be seen in the context again. She couldn't report it, so this was her only choice. But I certainly don't think this is a feel-good movie. It's actually really sad. I guess from Faramaz's perspective, he had an amazing last day. But from her perspective, it's torture. She's in a relationship and then he dies. brutal and extreme, like The Regime maybe. Overall then, I didn't find this a rom-com or a feel-good movie. It's two people that don't know each other grabbing this intimate moment together, and then it ending really quickly in an unfortunate twist. It's definitely a brave film, I think, and as I say, worth seeing but not a must-see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.